In this video, we'll see how to make honey and oats bread. Let's get started. For this recipe, we need half cup warm milk. Make sure the milk is warm and not hot. 1 teaspoon honey. I'm using Tsp honey, which I found to be very natural and pure. Especially this honey comes from a brand with rich heritage of healthy products that makes me trust the quality even more. Now give this a good mix. Add 1.5 teaspoon active dry yeast. Gently mix, do not overmix. Then cover it with a plate and let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes or till the yeast blooms. Meanwhile, measure half cup oats. I'm using instant oats here. Grind it to a fine powder and keep aside. The yeast is ready and this is what exactly this should look like, otherwise do not use the yeast. In a bowl, take 1 cup whole wheat flour, गेहूं का आटा. Then add the oats powder. 2 tablespoon milk powder, this will enhance the taste a lot. I'm using Himalayan pink salt in this recipe, but you can use your regular salt. Now give this a good mix. Now add 2 teaspoon extra virgin olive oil, or you can add regular oil or butter. Again 1 tablespoon Tsp honey. And the yeast mixture. Mix till everything is well combined and then gradually add water to make a soft dough. Because we have used whole wheat flour, गेहूं का आटा along with oats, these tend to absorb a lot of water. Knead, stretch and pull this dough for 15 minutes. You can add some water if you feel that the dough is becoming very dry. The dough is ready. Grease your bowl with some oil and apply some oil to this dough. Cover the dough with a plate or a cloth and let it sit for 1 to 2 hours or till the dough doubles in size. It might take more or less time depending on the weather in your region. After the dough doubles, punch it in and again knead for a minute. Take your rolling pin and roll the dough. Try to make a square or a rectangle shape. I'm going to use my 6x4 inch cake tin for this recipe. It's going to be a small cake loaf. So roll the dough sheet very tightly. Be careful while doing it. There shouldn't be any air pockets later, so you need to tightly roll the dough and then pinch the seam like this. Roll it and then put it in your cake tin. Grease your cake tin with some oil. And then place this dough and flatten with your fingers like this. Now it's time for second proving. Cover with a cloth or any lid and let this double in size. It might take 1 hour to 2 hours depending on the region, temperature where you stay. Once the dough doubles in size, you need to apply some milk, so this would help to get a nice brown top. If you eat egg, you can apply egg yolk. Finally, sprinkle some instant oats, or you can sprinkle sesame seeds, that is till. You can use kadhai or cooker to bake this bread and you can see the instructions on the screen. I have preheated my OTG at 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes and I'm going to bake this bread for 25 to 30 minutes. It might take more or less time depending on your oven, the size of your bread. Bigger bread takes more time and smaller breads take less time to bake. Once you take the bread out of your oven or your kadhai, apply some melted butter or oil and do not let this bread sit in this mold more than 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, make sure that you demold the bread, otherwise the bread would become soggy, as in soggy from the sides it touches the cake tin. So till the bread becomes warm, let it sit in and after that take it out. And after this you can cover it with a cloth and let it cool down completely. Keep on a wire rack. And then you can slice the bread. Use a serrated knife because using a serrated knife makes it very easy to slice bread. Look at the beautiful texture. Definitely this bread wouldn't taste like a Maida bread would do because this has oats and whole wheat flour. But the addition of honey and kneading it for a long time makes the bread very tasty and improves the texture. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and would like to give this recipe a try. Enjoy!